Anatomy for the artist. The dynamics of the human form. Introduction. The human body has long inspired artists, and representations of it can be found in many of the greatest works of art. Such works could not have been produced without meticulous study and observation. Nowadays, figure drawing is in danger of being regarded as an outmoded means of artistic expression. The demise of life drawing in our art institutions is sad, because the disciplines it teaches underpin most of our visual language, and these have often been productively transferred to other areas of art and design. As artists, we often use visual information to convey our innermost thoughts and ideas. The human form and condition has been used continuously by artists down through the ages to convey a wealth of such information. How to communicate this information to the viewer is one of the most difficult challenges any artist can face. Good figure drawing demands both acute observational skills and a thorough knowledge and understanding of what is there. As much as the artist's eye must see, his brain must know. This book aims to help the process by presenting anatomical information in a way that artists can relate to, by gradually building a picture of the body instead of relying on anatomical terms for description. Anatomy for the artist offers a purely visual presentation of what is there. We begin our understanding of the body by studying the skeleton, followed by the musculature, and through these show the basic framework. The body's outer layer, the skin, enables us to express particular characteristics of the human condition. The elements of the body are shown in the same sequence in each section, beginning with the head, moving down to the thorax and abdominal area, the pelvis, and then to the limbs, arms and hands first, and finally the legs and feet. With the body now built up from the inside, we investigate proportion, posture, and fundamental form. Each of these essential techniques reinforces and supports the others in describing the human form and its underlying anatomy. They are the artist's means of accurately rendering the structures of the body in various poses and making a visual impact on the viewer. We end with a series of freely expressive working drawings. These bring together what has been learnt and show how vital is the handling of proportion and fundamental form to a successful outcome in figure drawing. The human body is one of the most complex structures on the planet and offers unlimited possibilities for artistic exploration and renewal. We hope you will use the knowledge gained from studying these illustrations to develop your own creative ideas. The skeleton. The skeleton is a naturally beautiful, faultlessly designed phenomenon, and yet, because it is often associated with death and fear, most people perceive it as ugly. Artists view it with a different eye. For them, it is a means of expressing what is known about the human form in general and an individual subject in particular. When we look at the nude body, we see only a fraction of the skeleton, where, for example, parts of it protrude from under muscle and push against the skin. The rest of it we know imprecisely as a framework and structure for our organs and limbs. It is important for us as artists to gain an intrinsic appreciation and knowledge of this framework and how it functions. In the past, the skeleton was mainly studied by artists through the medium of drawing. Their observations and research revealed to later generations of artists the role the skeleton plays in our visual understanding of the human form. In this part of the book, we take you through the skeleton from top to bottom to give you a basic visual record of how the various parts of the skeleton relate and interact. The muscles. Muscles are an amazing design of nature, expanding or contracting in response to nerve impulses or messages they receive from the central nervous system. The function of the muscles is to stabilize the body as well as enable it to move and maintain its posture. There are 3 types of muscle: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. The most important of these for artists is skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscles are attached to the bones by rough fibrous cords called tendons. When the muscle contracts, the tendon pulls the bone, causing it to move. Many muscles are grouped in opposing pairs, so that when one muscle contracts, the other expands or releases. This action is most evident in the movement of our arms and legs and can be likened to the hydraulic system used in machinery. There are 2 types of skeletal muscle, one lying just under the surface of the skin, so-called superficial muscles, and the other layered beneath the superficial muscle called deep muscle. The superficial muscles, together with the bones, show the underlying form of the body. Their study is essential for the artist. We shall look at them in detail in this section. The skin. Throughout the history of art, the special attributes of skin have been used by artists to express their observations of the human form. Portraits by Dürer, Rembrandt, and Ingres, to name but three masters, reveal a fascination for the skin. Their handling of it is so expert and informed by understanding that we viewers feel the truth and realness of what we are looking at. When we have this feeling, a work ceases being a mere portrait and becomes art. How much of the structure of the superficial muscle appears through the skin will vary from subject to subject. In a heavily built or rotund person, the skin stretches loosely over the body, whereas in someone who is leaner, the skin fits around the underlying form more tightly. Similarly, the texture and look of the skin change with age, state of health, and the position of the body. In the following series of drawings, you will find examples of these differences and variations.